Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2008 Carnegie Collection Tylosaurus. Alright, so the figure that's sitting in front of you right here is my all-time favorite figure from the Carnegie Collection. Yes, that might surprise you because there are so many gems, especially from the later years of the Carnegie Collection, but this Tylosaurus has always been my favorite. I adore this figure. And it is also my all-time favorite marine reptile figure. Now, just because it's my favorite marine reptile figure doesn't mean that it doesn't come without imperfections, of course. The most notable one being the lack of a tail fluke at the end of the tail. We do know that was present in Mosasaurus nowadays, but this figure is over 10 years old. Wow. Yeah, this figure is 12 years old now. That's something right there. Wow, how time flies. Anyway, as far as detailing goes on the sculpt, it is very minimal, but they really could have just left this completely smooth and called it a day, but they didn't. They went the extra mile, and if you can see the light catching those little tiny imperfections in the skin and the little wrinkles and folds throughout, especially where the flipper's attached to the body, etc., it just really shows that they went all out with the sculpt work here, and it makes it feel even more natural that it has these little imperfections in the skin throughout. The fins have some nice detailing on them as well, and there's some nice shaping around the chest area, and I do like all the wrinkles and folds in the throat as well. Very monitor lizard-like, and we do know that mosasaurs were very closely related to monitor lizards. The head here captures Tylosaurus extremely well. Absolutely beautiful work on this one. The teeth are also pretty nice. They are sculpted and painted individually. They're done in a white color. The interior of the mouth also looks great. That is done in a fleshy pink color. And you even have the signature mosasaur second palette of teeth on the top jaw there, towards the back of the throat. The eyes are also very lifelike on this one as well and complement the sculpt nicely. And the posture here is one of my favorite parts as well. It just has such a natural flow to it. You can just see it gliding effortlessly through the water using that massive tail for propulsion. Just beautiful work altogether. This figure really is just a work of art in my opinion. And one more minor complaint that I've seen being held up against this figure is the coloration not being held up with today's understanding of how large marine reptiles like mosasaurs were colored. It is inferred today that larger marine reptiles like Tylosaurus and other mosasaurs were mostly a very dark gray or black color with a very light colored underbelly for counter shading. And while this one does have a brighter, almost yellowish greenish color, that is an interesting color now that I'm looking at it. I'd say it's like a faded tannish yellow color tinted with a slight green in some areas. It's a very interesting color. But this figure does have a pure white underbelly, but looking at it from the dorsal view here, you can see that the markings make up a completely black pattern going all the way down the spine of the animal. And this line running down the back breaks off into these stripes that go down the front fins and all the way down the tail and the body as well. Really nice colors, and although they might not be the most accurate or believable for the lifestyle that this animal had, I still think they just hold up very well as just being really natural looking and very interesting to look at. But anyway, I think that sums up my thoughts on the Carnegie Collection Tylosaurus. Beautiful, beautiful figure. If you're a fan of marine reptiles, especially mosasaurs, this is my favorite mosasaur figure that's out there at the moment. If I'm being honest, it is a beautiful, beautiful figure. The Carnegie Collection, as most of you probably know, it has been long retired, which is unfortunate because they did yield some amazing figures, especially in their later years. And I would recommend picking this one up if you ever come across it. Keep checking eBay. Join some Facebook groups as well that do trading with dinosaur figures. That's how I got this one, actually. Someone was selling theirs and I jumped on it before someone else got it. But I would recommend just checking eBay. That would probably be your best bet. But anyway, in case you're wondering how large this figure is, from the tip of the tail, let's zoom out a bit actually. From the tip of the tail to the tip of the snout, we are looking at almost a foot, about 11.5 inches. Which is about 29 centimeters. And in terms of the height, at the highest point in this position, which is the top of the snout, we're looking at about 2.5 inches, which is about 6.5 centimeters. And for a quick comparison, I wanted to bring out the 1990 Carnegie Collection Mosasaurus. And you can really see, in just about 20 years' time, how much our depictions of Mosasaurus have changed. We have this weird little sea crocodile, mythical dragon looking dude, and then we have this elegant, very natural looking monitor lizard of the sea. But nonetheless, I think these two look pretty cool next to each other as staples of the history of Mosasaurus reconstructions. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's video on the Carnegie Collection Tylosaurus. Let me know what you think of this one down below, and let me know if you have this one actually, or if you want to get it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So take care, and bye-bye.